Welcome to Astrology Innovation. Today I'm going to talk about something really beautiful, really amazing, one of the techniques I've been developing, and I'm going to reveal some very powerful secrets, astrological secrets within these techniques that I've been developing, which is the hidden heart of the solar system and how we can use it in astrology and to improve our lives and our collective consciousness as well. So I hope you enjoy and make sure to stay until the end so you understand how you can use this for improving your own life and maybe even the world to some extent. Um, okay, so the center of the solar system, we tend to think that it's the sun. They teach this at school, and many of us uh, think that the sun is the center. And it's actually almost true. It's almost the center, but it's not the actual center of the solar system. The reason is because the mass of the sun is the biggest body with is the body with the biggest mass of the whole solar system. So that's why it's the center and why everything rotates um, it, around the sun. But it's not the exact center because all the other planets also have their own mass. So when you put the mass of the whole solar system together, um, that makes the sun move a little bit and makes the center a different point, close to the sun, but it's not exactly where the sun is. So we have this center that is the combined mass of the whole solar system. And the other two main bodies that do this, to understand this a little bit more, is Jupiter and Saturn, that are also really big and really massive. Um, but even the small planets have a small influence, but that small influence has an impact in the Barycenter, even if it's small. But yeah, Jupiter, Saturn have some of the most important role here, especially Jupiter, and obviously the Sun is the most important. But yeah, it's a very interesting topic. But now we're gonna start going deeper into it. Okay, so here in this image, we can see the relationship between the sun and the solar system barycenter. So the barycenter is, as I mentioned, the actual center of the whole solar system. The combined mass of the whole solar system makes this point and pushes the sun a little bit farther away from it. So it depends. Here we can see different dates. So for example, in 2022, it was here. 2030 is going to be very close to the center, to the very center. The center of the sun is going to be, so that's going to be interesting. But yeah, so here we can see the movement, how it will move and how it was moving before. And yeah, so this happens because of the different orbits of the planets, the different combination of all the orbits. So it's very interesting. And it's also really interesting how it makes some nice geometric shapes, like sacred geometry shapes. And this is not the only shape. Depending on different cycles, it makes different shapes. Yeah, but depending on all the positions of all the planets, is where the sun will move with respect to the barycenter. And also those positions are the ones that make the barycenter, um, where everything is put together. The whole mass of the solar system is put together here. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the technique I've been developing with this understanding of the barycenter. So now that we know what the barycenter is, we can use different barycenters as astrological points. So in this video, I'm using the solar system's barycenter as the main example because it's also probably the most important one, a very powerful barycenter. And they have to do the barycenter in to be interpreted in astrology. What I found is that they have to do with the collective balance because it's how all the planets work together for maintaining the perfect balance. So if you apply it to the collective, it's also how everything and everyone works together to maintain perfect balance. So if you think about the laws of nature and how nature works, this always happens. Like everything helps everything else. Like even the insects have their role, the birds have their role, and everything works together in harmony to maintain perfect balance. So the only species that is disconnected from this at this moment in time are humans, and this disconnection is what's um, risking our own extinction because of global warming and many other factors. But this is only because of the um, misuse of resources and human lack of knowing how to work together with nature. So yeah, so the Barycenter, especially the solar system's Barycenter, can uh, teach us a lot on these themes and how to restore this balance. And also in the on a personal level, the Barycenter in astrology as to be interpreted. So it's a way to integrate everything that happens in our lives. So all the dimensions, all the physical, mental, spiritual, all the dimensions of life with the, especially with the solar system's barycenter, it's a very powerful point that can teach us how to integrate everything in our lives. Because it has the collective influence of the whole solar system. It also has the wisdom that the individual needs to integrate his whole chart. Because the moment you are born, your chart, you get your chart from that moment, like the picture of the sky. And that exact position of every single planet at that moment in time, that exact combination makes the exact barycenter for that moment for your birth. And that barycenter gives the wisdom to integrate all of the other aspects of your chart or all of the other planets and their energies, their positions. They are all integrated in this point. So it's very, very powerful and very profound and can connect us with some very deep wisdom that can change our lives if we are able to connect and harness it the right way. So the difference with the sun in astrology, specifically with the solar system's barycenter, because if we look at the positions, they're always really close because the sun is still very close to the center. But as we saw on the image before, it's not exactly at the center. So it can move a few degrees of difference between the sun, the solar system barycenter. And it's not always, it's rarely on the exact same position, but it's around a few degrees of distance from the sun. And these few degrees can make a more pronounced meaning depending on the natal position. So, for example, if someone has the sun just entering Leo, for example, maybe he has the Barycenter in Cancer, or the opposite, maybe someone has the sun in Cancer, and maybe the Barycenter is in Leo, or maybe the sun is close to a fixed star, or maybe to two fixed stars that are very close to each other, and the sun is closer to one and the barycenter is closer to another. So these are small things that can give very deep meanings to the person's barycenter if they have something like this in the chart. And yeah, so and with this you can access all this information that I was mentioning to integrate everything else within your chart. So here I have a very interesting example. For me, it was actually today, the 7th of December at 6:02 in AM at Central Standard Time. The solar system barycenter was at 14 degrees and 18 minutes of Sagittarius, and the sun was at 15 degrees and 53 minutes of Sagittarius. So here we can see the difference. It's about 1.5 degrees difference in this example. But how we can see a very powerful and pronounced difference is with this, the great attractor. This is all in tropical zodiac degrees, but the great attractor is at 14 degrees and 18 minutes. So here we can see that there's an exact conjunction between the great attractor and the solar system's barycenter at this time, and the sun is uh, almost 1.5 degrees of difference. So the sun was conjunct the great attractor the 5th of December, so 2 days before this happened. So it's amazing, like how even just 2 days can make a really big difference when we're calculating very precise events as well. And also in a natal chart, for example, if an individual has this configuration, his sun is already very much activated by the great attractor, but the exact conjunction with the solar system barycenter. So one of the most important things for this individual for being able to integrate his chart or his own life would be to be able to connect to cosmic wisdom and to learn how to download this wisdom from the great attractor, to be able to integrate the wisdom of the barycenter, which will help him to understand and integrate his whole chart and the whole energies of all the placements he had when he was born. Yeah, so this is very powerful, very interesting. And yeah, I also did another video, which was really interesting. Well, a few other videos, but one of them was with the Schumann resonance. And I explained a lot about other cycles, about other videos that I'm mentioning as well. So this is happening within another cycle that I mentioned in another video that's about integrating Mayan astrology and Mayan astrology and galactic astrology. So there's a very powerful synchronicity between these two systems, between the 30th of November, the 9th of December, and this is within this range. So it's really interesting as well. But yeah, so I talk more about this in another video. I leave everything that's relevant to this in the description. So make sure to watch the description if you want to find these other videos as well and other important information related to this. Yeah, so this is within the cycle I mentioned in the other video. And then related to that video as well, I made another video with the Schumann resonance that confirms how the earth is feeling uh, the energies that I was mentioning on the other video uh, before between the galactic astrology and Mayan astrology synchronicity. So within that, there was a triple conjunction between Mercury, the Sun, and the great attractor. So at this point, 14 degrees of Sagittarius and 18 minutes, we had the conjunction of the Sun, the 5th of December, the Sun, Mercury, and the great attractor all together the same day. And within the Schumann resonance, also I speak about this way more deeply on the other video, the one of the Schumann resonance. But around here with this spike um, was the conjunction. So it's amazing how powerful it was and how we can see it on the Schumann resonance. Yeah, but this was the Sun Mercury around here, but all this was very powerful, and I think it was very related to Mercury's, the Sun, and great attractor conjunction. But at the same time, uh, I also predicted that it was very likely that the seventh was going to be very powerful as well. Because of this, the Barycenter was going to be conjunct the great attractor. And here we confirm this. So we see a little bit of space. So there was like a little bit of breaks. But if you look at this, it's even more pronounced. It's like the most powerful spikes of the Schumann resonance were actually even stronger than the triple conjunction with the Sun, Mercury, and the great attractor when the solar system barycenter was within the um, in conjunction with the great attractor as well. So this is amazing and really, really powerful. And yeah, so also giving some powerful confirmations about how the earth is very much energized with these combinations of energy. In this case, it's also connected to the Mayan astrology that I mentioned in the other video, but yeah, it's a lot of things going on at the same time. But it's amazing to see it like this triple conjunction, and then this barycenter, solar system barycenter, and great attractor conjunction. Okay, so now if you're wondering how you can calculate the barycenter to know your own barycenter, unfortunately, since it's a new technique, there's no software that does this yet. However, on the meantime, I know a relatively complex way of manually calculating these points, translating some NASA data to the minute. So I have to get some precise data and then translate it, and I can do this. So for now, until I'm able to maybe create something, work with someone, or make a software or something like that. For now, I'm offering uh, on my website if you're interested to calculating these points myself. Yeah, so you don't miss the power of this amazing technique. Yeah, so depending on the time you're watching it, I'm probably either doing it myself or hopefully I have something out to make this easier. But yeah, so I'll also leave the link on the description of my website. So if you're interested, you can ask for the Barycenters you're interested in there. So something else a little bit deeper that I wanted to share was some of my hopes with the barycentric astrology, which with this new technique, uh, I would hope that astrologers could be, as they begin to use it, they can align their consciousness with these principles of collective balance. And within it, not only find balance themselves, but also help others to find balance and also unveil some secrets from these points that can give clues on how we can improve the world and how we can restore balance and return to the natural cycles, to the natural balance that we should be in, and yeah, reconnect with natural law and yeah, many other possibilities with these techniques. But these are some of the hopes I have with it. And yeah, so I hope you really enjoyed this. And yeah, so if you have any questions, if you want me to talk more about this, or maybe make a course uh, that goes deeper into barycentric astrology, so you can deepen your practice with this, it would be really interesting to know in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed, please give the video a like. And also make sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything on this or other topics, other innovations, other techniques that I'm developing. And make sure also to visit my website if you want an astrological consultation, or maybe if you want your barycentric positions. And yeah, so thank you so much for staying until the end and hope to see you soon. Also, reminding you of the other videos if you want to understand on a deeper level what I was talking about, the Schumann resonance and the other cycles with the synchronicities between galactic and Mayan astrology. And yeah, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day or night, and hope to see you soon. Thank you.